Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of our house renovation project. And I am not Michael Keaton. So I saw this different times in some of the comments that people say I'm looking a little bit like Michael Keaton. So I cannot tell this exactly. Maybe you can leave me your opinion in the comment section below. So what will we do today? So in the last week we already started here in this area preparing the next part of the floor slab, and this is exactly what we will do today. We will create the floor slab. You can see here already in the background, and also I will build up the new foundation or the new lower part of the wall. You can see here old and new, and this is what I will create today. But at that point I would say I will not talk so much. I would say have fun and enjoy the video.
Okay, let's go. So we start in the same area we ended in the last week, and as you remember, I removed all the stones here from that area and also all the rubble and whatever, and now I'm on the ground level. And as you can see, the main problem now here is that the earth is very loamy and totally dry, and that makes it more or less hard like stones. So I simply use my impact, my hammer drill, to loosen it up a little bit, before I can put it out here with my shovel. But there's a little problem. So first of course I measured the proper height or depth, however. And there was a small problem because I don't know really why, but I measured it wrong, and this means now I have to correct it a little bit. So the problem now here is that I need 50 to I think 10 to 15 centimeters more in depth. Which is necessary for the gravel later on. But the problem now, what you see here, I have no possibility at all to get here with my little Kubota mini excavator or any other machine which may help me with this task. And this is why I thankfully have to do this by hand again. And it's also a little bit annoying, because I leveled everything up, everything should be fine. But then I measured again and saw my failure. So now I need to excavate again 10 centimeters out of this really heavy earth. But what should I do? As you also see the pickaxe. So it's a little bit like in Minecraft, but in real life and with a lot of sweat. Yeah, thankfully this is done now. So I do the final measurement and yeah, checking everything is fine, and we can continue with the next foundation or the next part of the floor slab. You can see here everything is already prepared. We removed the old foundation below the wall. We installed some proper supports, and also you can see the drain pipe for later, because this should also be a bathroom again in the future. So yeah, you need to take care of the wastewater. But first I need to take care of the concrete. So yeah, you see this is not so much concrete needed. So this we did by hand. Yeah, so my colleague is on the outside and is mixing the concrete, and I am responsible for transportation of the concrete inside the house, and of course yeah, spreading the concrete here below the wall. Yeah. So we have about 2 square meters of new floor slab when everything is ready, and this is all we need for the moment to rebuild the foundation from the bottom to the top again. And here we have finally a little view or overview from the inside of the new part of the floor slab. And of course we can take a small step to the outside. Here you can see the supports and also yeah, a little bit of the floor slab and how we built it with the gravel beneath and stuff. And yeah, in this little ditch I now need to step down yeah, to build the next part of the wall from the bottom. And you can also see my mini excavator. This will be the next job here in this area, because there's a little less space here for really working with stones and stuff. And yeah, this is why I brought in my little Kubota and my track dumper to yeah, at least excavate one load out of earth here to have a little more space for me to work now on the wall. So please don't wondering, so this of course is a few days later. The concrete from the concrete floor slab is now hardened, and yeah, now I can take care of rebuilding the down part of the wall again. And here we are in the last row for the bricks, and the last gap between the old and the new wall I need to, yeah, I can only do a little later, because this will then be filled with swelling mortar. And this is only possible if the rest of the mortar between the bricks is completely hardened. Yeah? So this needs to wait, but no issue. I have a second shell to manage on the inside. So as you knew, maybe this wall is made of 2 shells, one inside, one outside shell. And this means I also need to rebuild the foundation of the inner shell too. Yeah, and now this is also ready so far, and this is a perfect time for a little coffee break. And at this point I would like to thank all the viewers who follow here my project and maybe left a thumbs up in the last video or maybe even wrote a comment. So this is always a great support for me and I really appreciate it, so thank you everybody. And a little later you can see the mortar is hardened between the bricks, and this means I can take care of the last gap with some special swelling mortar, which will close the gap between the lower and the upper part of the wall completely. Same thing on the inside. You see this is really a little bit narrow here, but I also put here the last brick to then have a gap that I can later on close again with some swelling mortar. But now the most important thing is that the wall can carry itself again, and as you can see now I can remove the supports to get some space to work, and then it's much easier to laying the bricks here if you don't have all the supports left and right. And so now let's go rebuilding the last part here. Most interesting parts were all these open gaps here. I left open because of the supports, and to plan it properly so that you all the bricks are fitting directly here into and everything. So this was a little planning effort needed, but as you can see, I planned right, I measured correctly, and I have enough space for all the bricks and do not have to cut anything. Okay, and then finally we reaching the last layer of bricks also on the inside wall. All supports are gone. And this means we can work on in the next week in the direction left from this point of view to rebuild the corner.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and that was it for today. In the next week I can then close the last gaps here in the wall, and then we will directly follow with the next part, which will be the corner of the building. And this is more or less a little bit special, but this you will see then in the next episode in the next week. So thank you really much for watching. Please leave a comment or a like if you would want to support me a little bit here with my channel. And then I would say thank you for watching, and we see us again in the next video. Bye bye everybody.